Actually, weather-wise, it was a very nice day. It was blue skies, probably 70 degrees. Started out to be a real gorgeous day. Um, and then
I've been over to the Pentagon a few times in the past, but this time the security just seemed a little squirrely. I mean, they were acting like they were pretty nervous.
And we were receiving a presentation from the Undersecretary of the Navy, Susan Livingston. And she came in.
I had a cup of tea in my hand as we walked in. Spicy tea.
It's interesting. Somebody made a comment that the place was confusing, and they wondered what we would do in an emergency if there was a problem.
And she went on with her brief. And as she was closing and starting question and answer session, there was a loud boom. It sounded like a bomb had gone off. And then the building began to shake, and it was just one wave after another of it shaking.
Like it felt like an enormous blast going off. That crane is how I associated it initially.
Strange things started to happen. This kind of a table, conference table, started moving around. It shook up. My chair started to shake up too. The floor I was sitting on started trembling.
And then the build, we heard a loud crash, a thunderous crash, and the lights go out, and the hallways start to fill with smoke.
I remember the undersecretary was sitting there at the table, and she just kind of drummed her fingers. She said, "Okay, folks, we had a terrorist attack. Let's get out."
Speaker, the lady speaker, she saw it. She said, "Okay, don't panic, calm down. Let's walk down to the hallway. Let's get out of this room."
To our right was the stairwell in the center of the hallway. And they had tried that door, and when they had opened it to the stairwell, they found that the stairwell had collapsed, that there was smoke in that area.
And there was stairs, but there was no stairs because the stairs had collapsed.
So the smoke was bad where we were, right there outside of the conference room. And our eyes burned, and we started coughing, and the guys started taking off their jackets to put over their face, and so on.
But the smoke was still there.
You would hold your breath as long as you could, and then when you couldn't hold it any longer, you would breathe as little as you could because it would burn.
A lot of the lights were like these lights in here that were just hanging by their electrical cord that had fallen out of the ceiling.
But about the time when it seemed the most hopeless, some of them up ahead saw a light,
And then we hear a voice. So, is there anybody in there? Go, yeah. So follow our voice, we'll get you out.
The hallway, which was completely flat when we walked in, now had about a 2-foot step down where we were at. And then we made the turn towards the main corridor, and it was completely dark. So a lot of what we were doing was grabbing the person in front of us, either their jacket or their tie or whatever you could grab, just to make a single train to find a way out. There were a couple of officers there that were holding the curtains back, the fire curtains, the retardant fire curtains, and we were able to make it through there and get into the main arteries of the Pentagon at that point.
We got out and we got away from the building and waited to make sure everybody was there. You know, we were counting noses and fingers and toes and things, and going through the roster, make sure everybody was there. We were.
I lost a best friend that day. He worked as the executive officer to our G1, who was also lost that day.
And we were kind of looking back again to see where we were and what's happening. And in one corner there was a heavy flame coming through. A lot of smoke, heavy flame, and that was kind of above the ground floor. So we figured that, oh gee, were we sitting? Somebody said, do you think we were sitting in that area up there where the flame is coming from? Yes, definitely, we were up there.
We really came together well.
See